Myself, Venkatesh here. I am here to present about Porter's Diamond Model. The reason why we have to study Porter's Diamond Model is the world automotive industry is contributing to around roughly nearly 25% of the global trades, and the companies or the leading companies in this automotive industry, the OEMs are based out of Germany and they are based out of Japan. And if you further want to analyze why the companies from Germany and Japan, they are the leading manufacturers and they are established across all the continents on this earth, we can use the Porter's Diamond Model to analyze. We will take the example of the companies which are based out of Germany. The companies are BMW, Porsche, Audi, Mercedes. These are the high powerful high-end vehicles and they are the leaders across the globe. And in the Porter's Diamond Model, now I would like to introduce about Porter's Diamond Model. Porter's Diamond Model was published in the year 1990 by Dr. Michael E. Porter in his book Competitive Advantages of Nations. The Porter's Diamond Model consists of four determinants. The four determinants I would like to write here. The first one is firms, strategy, structure and rivalry. This is the first determinant. The second determinant is the demand factor. The third determinant is relating and supporting industry. The fourth determinant in the diamond model is the input factor. All these four determinants are linked to each other, and also we have local government policies which influence this model. So this is the Porter's Diamond Model with the four determinants, and this is a second level determinant, that's the government policies. First we will take firm, strategy, structure and rivalry. In Germany, since the top end companies of automotive industry, that is the Benz, the Audi and the Porsche are present. They are present in a big number compared to other countries. They are concentrated in south of Germany in Stuttgart region. Since there are so many companies present, they create rivalry among themselves, and this helps in bringing out more innovative good products from the manufacturers from Germany. This is one of the factors for by which Germany is a leading manufacturer of high-end automotives. The second factor is the demand factor. In Germany, the people in Germany, they want to drive the automobiles at very high speed. There is the highways where there is no speed limit. They are called as autobahnhof, and this is one of the demand factor which is driving these companies to build or come up with high-end engines which will be able to achieve with they build engines with which vehicles will be able to achieve 0 to 100 kilometers in 6 to 8 seconds. So demand factor is also a factor which drives coming up or building of new engines. And the demand factor, because of the presence of autobahn, people also want high-end vehicles, and high powerful engines are built by these companies, and the companies are building reliable, high-end, high efficient engines to meet the demand factor of the German people. The third point is relating and supporting industry. The relating and supporting industries are the industries which are required for the automotive firms to design, develop, and test their products. And you can see most of the tier 1 companies in automotive industry are also based out of Germany. Examples are Bosch, Continental, Siemens, and the company in which I am working, Manetumal, is also German-based company. So due to the development of OEMs and because of the demand factor and availability of relating and supporting industry, the tier 1 automotive industries are also developed, which help the German OEMs to develop high-end cars. The fourth determinant in the diamond model is the input factor. The input factors are the production factors which are required to build these high-end supercars. One is the manpower. Because of the high quality level and education system available in Germany, there are good engineers available, and even the workforce are trained well before they are taken into the on job. This is by the apprenticeship program, which is designed and developed and also supported by the OEMs and the German government. Also availability of high-end raw materials in Germany, and also the infrastructure by the government, and the testing and validation facility are jointly developed by government and the OEMs. These are the input factors. Coming to the factor, the second level determinant, the government. The government during the initial 19th century or after Second World War took out initiative to build large network of model. That is the input factor. Input factors are the factors which are required for the OEM or the industry to build their product, test their product and release their product. It includes the raw materials, the quality of the raw materials, the labor availability, the quality level, the labor laws of the country, and also the qualified people available for doing work at the company. These are the input factors which help the OEMs to produce the product. The second level determinant, what we initially told, is the government. The government of Germany, off late in 19th century after the Second World War, took up a massive infrastructure building plans to build roads and canals for the logistics and to support the high speed desires of the people. So, and also the rules and the regulations which are brought out by the government also support the German OEMs to export their products across the globe. So these are the factors which are explained by Dr. Michael E. Porter in his concept of diamond concept of national competitiveness. This is all about which I wanted to talk about Porter's diamond.